Okay, so this is a more in detail video of the way that I do the last step in my method. So the first few steps are fairly simple if you understand them. You first opposite two centers, first block, second block, and then these four corners. But the last steps are where it gets a little bit interesting. So the way that I usually do it is I block build the bottom center, the bottom edge, and then this center. And then I finish with finishing the last two centers, and then I solve last 5 edges like K for ELL. So let's do a few examples. So here's one. I'm looking for my D edge, my D center colors. There's these two, this one, and this one. These two are only about an M away from R away from pairing. There. And then I can do that to solve those. Then solves those. And now I've got to build this edge, which is actually really simple. Like in this case where they're right here, you can just do this. And then you built it without disturbing this bottom center. And then insert it like so. So now I'm looking for this center pieces. So I see there's two right here. I do that to pair them. And now I want to go and put them in here, but this edge is in the way. So for this, I use a little simple algorithm, M2, U2, M2, which switches the edge from here to here. So now I can use these two faces without breaking anything. So the most you'll ever need to do it is, I believe, 3 times. I usually do it about 2 or 3 times in a solve. I think most of it is like 4. So do that again. So now I've got these two right here, and so I gotta go and insert it, and then to insert it, and then solve that center, and then redo it to go and fix this, and now solve the last 2 centers. This case I would do something like this, and now you're stuck with last 5 edges. So it looks like that one's already paired. And so I use these for a few simple commutators. So the way these commutators work are, you do an algorithm. So I see that I want to get this edge in here. You do an algorithm like this. And then you hide the piece you just solved, undo the algorithm, and then bring up the piece. So for example, let's see, is there another good example here? Okay, here's one that's really interesting, and it differs from the way somebody would do it in K4. So you've got this piece right here, or actually let's do this piece. You want to pair it with this piece right here. So what I would do is I would do an X prime, and then I would do that to go and pair them. Then take a broken edge and put it in, undo it, undo that. And then I've got that, so I can just insert that right there. And then let's go from there. What would I do next? I'd probably do a U perm here, because there's not very many good pairings. And now I've got, let's do that again. I've got this one right here. So these two right here, what I would do is that to pair them, that move to put a unsolved pair in its place, and then I would unpair them, and then bring them in. And now I've got a U perm and parity. So let's do U perm and then parity. Like that. I know a few interesting double parity cases. So like when I get this, when I get parity and these two are swapped, I know the algorithm for this. Oh, and pop. Okay, well I guess that's the end of this example. Let's get my WuQue out. Okay, so in this one I see these white are solved and the other two are right here. So I want to go and match these up so I can use the slices, so like that. And then I would probably do this to pair them. Oh, no, that didn't work. That to pair them. And now I've got the two orange pieces right here. So I do that to pair those, insert them, and then get the orange on top as much as I can. Do U2, M2, U2. Insert the last center, and then do U2, M2, U2 again to fix. Finish the last two edges, centers. And now I'm back to the last 5 edges, which I'll do another example of. So in this one, I would probably pair up these two right here. Orange, yellow, do that, bring an unsolved edge in their spot, undo, then undo that move. So actually in this case, I see that I've only got 2 edges left, but the rest are like unsolved. So I'm not going to get parity. So I would do the Yao. If you ever do Yao at all, you get that weird U like that, and then you flip the edge, and then you undo it. Well, I'm going to do that same algorithm, but just doing this. So just doing the inner slices. So in this case, I would do this. And then you undo that algorithm too, because it does affect it. So now I don't have parity, at least not OLL parity. And then I do EPLL, and then I get UPerm at the end. And so there we go. That's a quick tutorial on my edge solving, how I solved the edges in the very last few steps.